Hey everyone, it's Kaylee, the teacher of finances. Wow, Instagram and Facebook went live at the same time today. That was super cool. So it's Mythbuster Mondays. I remembered my hat this week. If you watched last week, then you noticed that I totally forgot to put it on. But I remembered it, so that's wonderful. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Monday. If you're watching this live, if you'll drop me a 1 in the comments. If you're catching it after I get off of the live stream, drop me a 2 in the comments. Pretty please. It's been a busy Monday for me. I've been all over the place today, and now I'm back home and ready to work. So, I am coming on here today to talk about a misconception. Mondays are always going to be misconceptions, and typically in the life insurance industry, just because there's so many things out there that's not necessarily true, and I just want to bring awareness to the fact that this is what it is and this is actually how it is. So, here we go. Life insurance. Today we're going to talk about life insurance is too expensive. Um, Life insurance premium is one of the most versatile premiums that can be found. So practically a life insurance premium can be adjusted, changed, moved, how, you can make it fit whatever's best for your family, which is why, one, I love what I do so much because I get to help so many people and find what fits for the family I'm working with. So cool, right? And it's not like there's a set thing, you get Netflix and it's like, oh, $19.95 a month, no matter what. Life insurance isn't like that. So, kind of depends on multiple factors, and they can be adjusted to suit you the best fit. Whatever you need can be made to fit you. The younger you are, the lower the premium rate's going to be. That's just typical. If you have kids and you take a policy out on them when they're young, then they're going to have a really good rate. And you get them guaranteed insurability, which is amazing. Meaning if they get sick later on down life, they still have coverage. The insurance company's not going to tell them no. So cool. So, term insurance typically can provide a large sum of coverage, but at a very low premium. You can also start with a small amount and then change based off of your life changes. So maybe you just started a new job, and you're going to be getting significant increases in your money and raises and things like that. And if that's the case, then you can increase. Sorry, I got notifications popping up everywhere. Then you can increase it later on. Another thing, so maybe the cost is a concern, and you think, oh, well, I can't afford it now. I'm just going to get it later. The only thing about that is if you're healthy and health conditions come about, then you are going to have to pay more money because you're going to have different types of risk with your health. So being aware that if you're healthy and you're young, take a policy out. Even if you only did $20 a month, like $20 a month can get you actually pretty decent coverage if you're young and healthy. Now, if you are on a fixed income and have some health issues that prevent you from getting like traditional coverage, and you're worried that it's going to be so expensive and there's going to be all these medical things you have to go through, well, guess what? Not necessarily the case. There are now no medical exam life insurance policies, which is super beneficial because for so long people would say, oh, you have diabetes, you can't get coverage. Well, that's not true. Which is why, as an independent agent, if you speak to an independent agent, which is what I am, I'm not captive to any particular company. You speak with an independent agent, then we have over 40 different companies we can help you find the best fit for whatever your situation is. A couple other things to think about when you're looking at prices. So you can get as much as you can afford now and then considering that increase later. So when you purchase a policy, like a lot of the times I get, oh, I have it through my job. That's awesome. But there's a couple things that comes with that. If you're with the job, and let's say next year at open enrollment, they decide that they're not going to carry life insurance coverage anymore. And in between the time that you have coverage and they decide that, and you have some sort of a health condition come about, maybe let's say you get, like I said, diabetes. Had you taken it out before you had diabetes, your premiums would be lower compared to now you don't have any coverage because your work decided not to renew it and they're not going to offer it anymore. And now you have to go get something on your own. Your premiums would have stayed the same with that diabetes had you got it before. So those are a couple things to take into consideration and how the prices can fluctuate, but it's really not that expensive. It's expensive if you wait. If you wait like really long, like if you are 70 years old and you decide, hey, I think I need a life insurance policy now, then you're looking at a difference in pricing and how much coverage you can get. If you're young and healthy, if you're in mid 40s, 50s, and you're looking at it, for example, I know in your 50s, if you don't have hardly any health conditions, you can get almost 250,000 for about $70 a month. That's a lot of coverage. It's really not that bad, especially taking into consideration that you need 10 times your salary. Typically, your job's going to offer you about 2 to 3 times your salary max, and you have the risk of losing that if and when you leave your job. If you take it out on your own, you could take 10 times your salary out and really and truly be surprised that it's really not that expensive. So I get that a lot, that it's expensive. Oh, I can't afford it. I understand. That's instant reaction we have for things. I feel like I say that all the time. People call me, "Oh, you want cable? Nope, can't afford it." "Oh, you want Sirius XM? Yep, it's only $6 a month. Nope, can't afford it." Can I afford $6 a month for some Sirius XM? Absolutely. But that's my instant reaction. I don't even want to talk to the people. So I just want to throw this out here for everybody to kind of see and just kind of give it to you and let you know it's really not as expensive as you think. I will say this though. If you get somebody that calls you and says, "Hey, we got life insurance for $9.95 a month," or "Hey, we can get you life insurance and you're 55 years old, you've had cancer and you have diabetes, but we're going to give it to you for $9.95 a month," please make sure you have an agent review that for you, because a lot of the times that's not going to be the case. A lot of the times, if it's really cheap like that and they're not really looking at your health or anything along those lines, then likely it's just going to be an accidental policy. And how devastating would it be for your family if you thought you were doing something to help them and then come to find out it's an accidental and you just pass of common causes and then you don't have any type of a coverage in place. So I highly, highly recommend that if you have something in place, that you get with an agent and you talk to an agent, talk to them. That's something that I do. I can do policy reviews. Policy reviews, as I always post and talk about, I don't charge you anything to help you. So policy reviews, we just look at it and I break down what your policy is and how it works, and then we go from there. If you have coverage through your work and you're not sure how it works, I can help you with that too. You just need to make sure you get the document that gives you the breakdown, and I can help you understand that. Because as a teacher, when I was in the education world, I didn't understand had no idea what my coverage was. I saw numbers, I clicked it, I looked at the price, and I was like, "Oh yeah, $10 extra a month, cool." And I didn't have any idea what it was. I don't know if it was coverage that would have covered me for natural causes or if it was accidental. No clue, because nobody explained it to me and I didn't understand it. So again, just here to add a little bit of value to your day, to let you know that there are different types of coverages out there. There's all kinds of different things. It's not just term. So if you don't like term insurance and you think, "I don't want term, I want something that goes with me for the rest of my life," then there's that. There's term, there's accidental. There's so many different options. There's so many different things, and it doesn't have to be expensive. I can always, I said, I do the shopping for you. So if you're curious how much it costs, then just shoot me a message. I'll put my link in the comments. You can book an appointment. Just check it out, and we can at least just run you some amounts. Maybe you have a policy. Some people have policies, and I know that policies change over the years. If your premiums increased and they're going up, then maybe we need to talk, because there's very possible I could get you in the same thing and lock that price in and then it not increase anymore. So just don't feel like you're stuck with where you're at, and just kind of be proactive. We shop online to compare prices all over the place, just so like that's what I do for you though. So if I'm helping a family, you're not going to get bombarded with a million people calling you because you filled out a form online. You just get to call me and say, "Hey, teacher finances, Kaylee, I need you," and then I will help you. So very simple. I just wanted to address that. So as always, on Mondays we debunk the myth, because that's the whole point of this live. But I'm coming at you to debunk the myth that life insurance doesn't have to be expensive. You can make it fit your budget and what's best for you and your family. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Anthony Evans, awesome Anthony, for commenting one. I love it. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.